Let's explore MCP or Model Context Protocol. Imagine managing multiple mission-critical systems, databases, monitoring tools, and analytical platforms. Typically, getting information from all of these systems means creation of multiple API integrations as well. But what if you could query all of them on demand with a single standardized call? That's where MCP or Model Context Protocol comes in. It provides a way for AI systems to securely connect and exchange information with external systems and data sources. And in this demo, I'll show you how ServiceNow's AI Agent Studio can use MCP to simplify this process. We'll make one MCP call to gather data from multiple services, evaluate the results, and decide whether an incident should be created in ServiceNow. Of course, there are other ways to get this information, such as flows, streaming events, direct APIs, but MCP produces a more scalable and unified approach for you to consider. Now, onto the demo. I have here two services created in render.com which are compatible to MCP calls. So these are the two services here, and what I'll do then is I'll deploy them. You can see that they've been deployed successfully. There's a confetti even here saying that the service is live. What I'll do then is I'll go to ServiceNow where I would configure the connection to this MCP server. Imagine in our scenario earlier, based on the flowchart, we're getting information from this MCP server for us to get information whether these services are running successfully, or to get information from these services that's related or that's critical to our business processes. Once I've created these systems or connections to these services, you can then see them as an MCP service. And from there, we can create them in AI's Agent Studio where they can be called. In this case, I'm just creating an MCP interaction. I've called it MCP interaction here to say that it should interact with the MCP server. It will select the workspace, get the log, and run the evaluation. How does it look like? So if I go to add tools and information, then I can add the different capabilities that's coming from the MCP tool. So for example, if I get logs here, let me just show you that if I just add the service in which I'm getting it, I add the tool or get the tool list logs. This is dynamically populated when I connect to my MCP server, and then I'll say get the 5 latest logs from this specific service that's coming from my MCP server. Now that I've created it, I can create a trigger, for example, where I would like it to run for every 10 minutes so that if there are logs or critical logs, then I would be able to then open a case. And from here, let's test our service. There's no need for us to wait for the trigger. Instead, what we'll do then, let's just do an ad hoc trigger of this AI agent where I'm saying get the logs and evaluate whether an incident should be created based on the logs that are available from the systems that are providing the MCP-based data to our system. It will provide the next steps, do an MCP interaction based on these tools that we've created earlier on, selecting the workspace. I've made it verbose so that it tells me which workspace we're using, and from there it will extract all of the logs just using that MCP command towards those multiple MCP servers that we have added. Again, we didn't have to create multiple API integrations, just one call to reach them all. Now from here, it will then provide us the log saying, look, there's no alerts. It seems that the services are live. Confettis, then it's executed successfully. Now imagine this running periodically in your environment to your various systems with just single calls, and then from there decide whether a case should be created. And there you have it. MCP as the one call to reach them all, to spread throughout your environment and get all the needed information for you to create more powerful automations in your enterprise systems. Thanks for watching.